Instead of doing OBS, do OBS. Okay. So let's go find out this hint. Where's... I have so many papers! Okay. We have to go find this town. Inmore. I can't remember where Inmore is. I feel like it's in the lower part of the map. We've never went to the tower. You know what I mean? I've never thought about that. We never really went to this tower, did we? It's not even used in a hint. Oh, here it is. Okay. We need to go here. Go Raven Spider. So over here. Right here? Yay! A jackdaw doll, whatever, crows hidden. I think it's. I've heard people call this jackdaw, but that's not our claws. I don't think that is. Hidden somewhere nearby, strange sharp shapes of old stone piercing through the grass. Amongst them, some strange plants grow. What do you want? Why you pester? You're shaking my microphone! You're so annoying. I just got started. My day at the plantery has not even begun, and you're already starting crap. Disrespectful. Don't marry. Men are just disrespectful. All right. You heard this of this masked woman. You've heard of this masked woman. Imagine having the amount of power. No nations would kneel before you. You would be a god. That creature, it's huge, unstoppable. They say it obeys her every command. It would certainly come in helpful with my father-in-law in town. I guess I'll have to settle for some Daisy Doc to help me get through instead. That's a weird thing to come in here talking about how you want to be taking over the world and all that crazy stuff, and then suddenly just be like, I'll just take some other lame plan that you possess in your possession. I'm calling bullshit. This one has what? Yeah, it's got 5. Yes, I think this is what you're talking about, right? Yeah. It doesn't look much like a daisy, but whatever. Also, the Deadman Fingers picture looks completely different than the actual mushroom. They shaded it. I think it's supposed to be like, instead of like actually coloring it, they like sketched it or it's called something. It's where you, instead of actually coloring a picture, you just kind of shade it. It's not really coloring. Okay, I don't think do we need to go anywhere? No, that's just a piece of paper. Another recipe. That's another recipe, or rather another information. And that's just about the disc. We probably don't even need the information about the disc. Okay. This letter was delivered in an unusual way. There's no address provided, just a horticulture spelled wrong. I have to assume it was meant for you. Dude, did I write the letter? Because I can't spell horticulture. I had to look at it every time. I've made like multiple like recordings of this now too. I have no excuse. If you know your plants, this letter is for you. Oh, so you've got it working. Oh, yes, it works. Look, to the north of Bolfell, or I think it's Bolfell, at the source of the river. Nobody knows it grows there. It will be our little secret. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, so he said here at the source of the river. I think it's right here. Sure enough, I find a plant here that I have never seen before. But I have seen it. I've seen it a few times now. Oh yeah, I forgot. I think we have to kill what's-his-face. Hello. My husband likes to forage for mushrooms, but I'm worried about the ones he's brought back from his adventure. Last adventure. They just are on the trip across the lake, exploring the woods to the west of here. He's got a bag full of odd-looking mushrooms that he says are perfectly safe, but they don't look edible to me. I have brought one. I had brought one with me to help identify it, but he's hoarding them because he thinks I'm going to throw them out. I'll check back tomorrow. Probably. Probably should have listened to your wife, because I know what happens here. We've had this one happen a few times. West of Undermere, across the lake, right here. Yeah. Mushrooms. How have I never been here before? They're hard to find at first, but soon I see them everywhere. That is how mushroom hunting works. You look around, can't see them for crap, and then suddenly they're just everywhere and then some. Okay, so he's got... Yeah, so he has farmer's worry, which is what this is. I'm pretty sure this is what this piece of paper is for. So we're going to call it that. And the cure for it is the red flower. Okay. Hey, my friend. Told me that he was able to help you find some information on the servant. I've been looking all over the library, but all I've discovered is a amount of problems. I hope you might have some sweet breath that can help me clear it up for me. Sorry, my friend. I gotta betray you. I need the info. Give me the info. I didn't want to mention this, but gave me something else from his archives. A recipe for an elixir. It's the key to the linked servant. In theory, it would be possible to wrestle control of it from the woman in the jade mask. In theory. But the only records was able to find are hundreds of years old. And even if it works, then what then? The power that could be wielded through the woken Dendru is too great for anyone. We should stick to the sisterhood's ritual. Oh, yes, of course, yes. Not totally gonna go ahead and make this crap. Totally wouldn't do that. I'm totally not a scumbag. That's out to get chaos ensued. My new favorite little potion. Okay, there we go. All right, come on in. Shop's open. My cousin will be married in 3 days. Oh yeah. If you've got some Tumblehuff, then I'd say save me the trouble of going out of the way to find some myself. You know my cousin, you'd know she's not worth the trouble. Okay, see, here's the thing. There's at least 3 people in town that are coming to get this plant. Does this mean that 3 people have got her the same dang flower for her wedding? That sounds really sad. Like, that sounds like it would be, like, depressingly sad. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I personally, had fake flowers on my wedding. Because I didn't want to have to deal with the unnecessary... I didn't want to see plants die. It made me sad. I would have had to feel the urge to, like, plant them. But I got fake flowers instead. Because I thought it was better. Because then I have them, I still have my bouquet and stuff in a way, and they'll last longer, and if I have kids that want to marry, then they have flowers they can work with in theory, if they want something like a borrow thing situation. Looking for the T's. Where's the T's at? Am I not far enough? I'm not far enough. Kept thinking it should be on the bottom of that next page, but then I forgot we got so many extra flowers now because we went through the day. Anyways, but yeah, I got them with the intention of being able to use them again and being able to have something that my kids would want, theoretically. Doop. All right. The shepherd watched as she prepared the leaves and the roots that she required. He watched as the hours dragged by, the sun set, and she worked by candlelight, at times sitting there, at times moving like a dancer amongst the stones. The change happened, sudden, but also subtly, so that at first the watcher was not sure that anything had happened. Then he saw it. Dun dun dun! The day has begun. And it's raining out. Oh, I love the rain in this game. It's so fun. Okay, so it's 8 miles east of the tree. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Gazing at the still water of the lake, its black waters draw me into a reflective trance. Here and there, flowers are that I don't recognize glow along the bank. It is the beginning of the end. Hey. He went and ate those bloody mushrooms. Oh, man. And of course, he's now sick. Is there anything we can do? He's in a bad way, and I'm worried about him. Of course he ate them. I like to think that she came in here stomping her foot and putting her hands on her hips like, that man. There was a hateful man who I used to see around town. Bridget, he called. Oh yeah, I heard a rumor. He got involved with a cult and they sacrificed him, but I don't know if that's true. And well, he was a villain who deserved what he got, as far as I'm concerned. We totally sacrificed him. Yes, I totally did just poison him because he threatened my cat. Because I'm not petty like that. I'm absolutely above that kind of level of pettiness. Quiet. No one say anything. The Charlotte clue takes me directly south of Sigil. I can't know how to spell these things. A spot next to the river. Moss-covered rocks line the banks, velvet to the touch. In the moist conditions, a deadly-looking plant grows abundantly in the lush grass. Yeah. I used that last time to kill the guard. This time we're going to use the other plant when we kill him. Because I think it makes him forget. Anybody has turned up... Another body has turned up in Black Comb. I haven't been to see it yet, and I can't say I'm looking forward to it, but they're identified as a Darren Hunter, a man named Fosterva. We'd have to do something. Oh yeah, I forgot I killed him too. Tells me you are working on a gathering the plants for the ritual that will help us defeat this creature. I can help. I want to help in any way I can. From the thought told me I think this might be one of the plants needed to perform the ritual, but I'm afraid I do not know where it is found. Yeah. Hello, my dear. My daughter's getting married and I want to decorate the church with nice flowers. I believe there's a plant with small blue cup-like flowers that's supposed to bless their union. Now, see, you're the mother of the bride. That, to me, makes a lot of sense as to why you're bringing flowers, but I feel like the other family members are just being lazy. Unless there's a tradition, like, with the more of these you have, the better your chances of marriage are, then that's okay. Hello. The redemption is at hand. We need to prepare this elixir. With this, we will turn the awoken Dendrick back to where it started. To the Dendrick god. A god preserved, prevented by humanity's enslavement. A god prevented by humanity, perverted by humanity, enslaved by mankind's wickedness, and bent to its evil will. Imagine the glory it will bestow upon us once we set it free. Praise. Okay, so we're not going to give him that. Let me check my notes real quick. Okay, that one's done. I have a to-do list on what needs to be done and what doesn't need to be done. And that's done. Okay, we are on day 14. Okay, cool. So we are doing good. Let's pull another card. Behind the woman, a dark, skeletal figure began to rise, and a low primal snarl sounded across the clearing. The shepherd turned and ran, cold fears coursing through his veins. He did not run for long. That is so freaking morbid. Okay. Now. We are going to see about this. Death. The cycle starts again west of White Scar by the river. Okay, right here. The sun-bleached skull fixed me with its black-eyed gaze. A reminder from the chest of the skeleton grows a plant. The evil plant. Do we have anything else we need to do? I think we're done with this for a little bit. Hey, my man. I love you. How are you doing? I've lived in Undermere all my life, and I've never seen the people worried as they are now. Well, because the world's about to end soon. Everyone's talking about the sisterhood and the servant. Somebody needs to do something to stop the beast. Well, I was speaking to a woman from, and she told me about a cave nearby. Okay, we'll go to the cave. She's over here, right? Yeah, it's right here. A thin crack runs down the rock's face, widening as it nears the ground. Wide enough for a man to slip through, but there's a problem. A large boulder blocks the entrance, too heavy to move. I got the plant. I am surprised at how easily I am able to roll away the boulder with the help of the farmer's worry. As my eyes adjust to the darkness, I discover several clutches of fungus. Gathering there, reaching out desperately to a thin strip of light, provided by the crack. All right. Oh, my friend's mad at me. I'm sorry. I haven't forgiven you for whatever it was that you gave me the other day. I'm sorry. I should have destroyed the elixir recipe when I had the chance. You still would have told me. Whatever happens, you must not allow it to fall into the wrong hands. You still would have been able to tell me unless you didn't look at it yourself. Like if she had the piece of paper on in her hand at the time, you know, and she was hiding it, that'd be one thing. I like how she came here just to tell me you better not use it for evil. Hello. My wife is 30 years and is dying. 30 years is dying. Oh, sorry. That is the truth. It is painful as it is, say aloud. The doctor says that there is nothing that can be done. I cannot sit by and wait for it to happen. Okay. A man at the hospital let it slip about a plant-based elixir. I don't think he meant for me to hear it, but I did, and that's all I can think about. I understand the risks, but any price is worth paying if it means she doesn't have to die. Please, I'm begging you. Yeah, well, you basically make your wife brain dead, though, right? She's like soulless if you do this. I wish you could actually give her a different elixir. One that doesn't particularly damage her like this permanently. Makes me kind of sad that you're so it makes me so sad that you're so selfish, right? I get it, but also it's a very, very selfish thing to do to your loved one. Since she's not really going to be in control of her faculties. Or, like, really present mentally, if that makes sense. We're looking for an M1. 2 M1s, actually. Mint for it, which is this one. Wait, where's it? This one. Another M1. This one? Yeah. Alright, here you go. Out of my shop now. Gonna turn his wife into a zombie. Bing, bing. Hello, what a beautiful little flower. What a delightful shop you have. Thank you. I'm only in town for a brief visit, but I heard you might be able to get hold of some liverstone. Yeah, mushroom. I know what you need. This mushroom, another thing I like, or kind of wish that they would do, is that there's a lot of plants in this game. I kind of wish that that these NPCs were more random, like the ones you come across. Have people have an excuse to kind of do them more. Ah, hello, my dear. I've come prepared for you. I cannot control it anymore. This has all gone too far. I never meant for it to turn on my sisters. It's too strong, and I'm trying to hold it back, but it wants to kill. That's all it wants. Death, death, and more death. You have to help me. Alright, dead man's fingers. Here you go. Go fight the demon. Hello. What can I get you? There's been talk over the last few nights about down the Royal Oak of the servant creature going around slaughtering people. I used to enjoy walking in the hills, but I don't dare leave my house now. I decided to bring nature to me in the meantime. The glow of the pixie lamp would surely warm my heart. Okay, you want the baby. There you go. You want the cute little one. Alright. Bing bing, who's coming in next? Hello. I understand it now. My mind is linked to the servant. With the elixir, I will be able to throw out the woman in the jade mask and can take control of it myself. Together we can end this. Meet me at the daughter's stone circle tomorrow, and I'll bring the elixir. Alright. Whatever you say, woman. We ended the day. She finally had the power she had craved all these years. A servant to do as she willed, but the power came at a cost. The servant was awoken, and it would not be contained. It was the Dendru, the dread. It was death. Dun dun dun! Alright. Let me check something here. Sorry, I was checking the file. Okay. Check this hit. To the east of the castle, across the river, and through the mountain pass, it grows at the edge of the woods. Okay, east of the castle, across the river. So this one? Across the river, through the mountain pass. Okay, so right here? I have to remember the castle. Okay. The tree sways effortlessly in the cool breeze. The low hum of crickets chirping rides the wind. A sense of calm washes over me, and I'm rewarded with a new find. Yep. Ding ding. It's time to go. It is time. The servant is on the move again. Time to act. Meet me at the ritual site. I hope for all our sakes that you've been able to track down all of the plants that we need. Okay. You have a decision to make. I have a decision to make. Do I meet with the Seed of Redemption, or do I follow them to perform the ritual? Okay. So, I know what we need to do. I'm looking at this right now. And, okay. So, we're going to do this one. The stone circle is an impressive sight. Rounding my hands along the red sandstone of Long Meg, I feel a connection to the long dead people who built it. There is an ancient magic here. Faye arrives sometime after me. Do you have the elixir? It's now or never. Suddenly, Simone's warning comes back to me. What do I really know about this Faye? Perhaps it would be safer to take the elixir myself. I could use Swiftsnare to blind her. I realize I have a decision to make. Okay. So, sorry, I was moving my foot so that I could prevent my self from, because I was trying to make it more comfortable. The Swiftsnare catches Faye unaware, latching onto her slowly at first, but then as she struggles to break free, it binds her tightly, strongly curling vines leaping out to restrain her. Within moments, she is still, her eyes piercing me with this fearsome hate. There's no backing out now. I will drink the elixir myself. The elixir tastes foul like rotting fruit, but I force it down and somehow keep a hold of the contents of my stomach. At first, nothing happens, but my pulse quickens as I feel it begin to take hold. It's as though I'm in two places at once, my mind swirling as it grapples with the dizzying new reality, and then the barrier is broken and everything floods through. I sense another presence, alarmed, prodding my mind. It is the woman in the jade mask, Thea Ward. I do not need to be told her name. I know it now. And there, behind her, behind it, but also part of it, the black charm of the Dendru. No. An ancient consciousness castles into my own, and I'm overwhelmed. My thoughts are stretched like galaxies drifting apart. Time woven into thin silk. I try to pull back, but I cannot. Slowly, as though my thoughts have further to travel, I realize my mistake. You will not take this from me, horticulturist. She is the Dendru, the dread. She is too strong. There we go. What have I done? I tried to take the servant for myself. What madliness led me down that path? The woman in the jade mask brushed me aside with ease, and I was lost in the darkness. I came to, I realized Faye, and fled with what little sanity I have still possessed. I have returned to the strange protocols to gather supplies, but I cannot stay here. I can feel the hatred and the bloodthirst when I glimpsed her mine. She, or perhaps more accurately the servant, for they are one and the same now, will hunt me wherever I go. I must travel far, far from Undermere, and I hope that this will be enough. Dun, dun, dun. She is the Dendru. I was weak and a fool, and I never should have tried to take it for myself. Alive, working alongside on Green. She is no longer trust you, and is still attempting to perform the ritual without your help. In your debt, your actions helped save the sisterhood. She still learns to take control of the servant herself. The seeds of redemptions have not gone far without your help. You killed by the servant, presumably murdered, remains a master of the servant. Dun dun dun. All right, that is another ending. Down. I think there's a little bit left at the end of this real quick. Where we have to deal with the cop. I don't need you pestering me. Stop. I have to deal with the cop. He's gonna know. He's gonna know I did it. I've had my eye on you for some time now, horticulturist. You think you could do whatever you want with these plants of yours and there'll be no consequences? Well, I'm here to arrest you for the murder of so-and-so. Oh, I would never do that. Friendship? Let's do the friendship one. Nice try, but you're still under arrest. That's fine. We wanted to play both of them out. Alright. I wanted to see what would happen. I was curious. Okay, so this is just, again, the plant thing where you sit here and identify them. I've already done this, so I'm not going to do it again. But I think that was a funny ending. That's like a absolute spectacular fail. So we're going to move to another playthrough of it. Okay, so I looked up a thing, and there's another ending that we can do with the same area, involving giving her the power. Over it, the trees sway effortlessly in the cool breeze. Low hum of crickets chirping rides the wind. A sense of calm washes over me, and I'm rewarded with a new find. Yeah, so there's an ending where you can do it the other way around. It is time. The servant is on the move. Yep, it's time to act. Meet me at the ritual site. I hope for all of our sakes you've been able to track down all of the plants we've needed. Alright, I have a decision to make. Do I meet with the Faye Swift, or do I have the Seeds of Redemption, or do I follow Veronica into the ritual, to form the ritual? So we're gonna go and give it to her this time. The stone circle is an impressive sight. Running my hands along the red sandstone of Longmeg, I feel a connection to the long dead people who built it. There is an ancient magic here. Faye arrives sometime after me. Do you have the elixir? It is now or never. Suddenly, Simone's warning comes back to me. What do I really know about this Faye? Perhaps it would be safer to take the elixir myself. I could Swiftsnare to bind her. I realize I have a decision to make. All right, this time, instead of trapping her, we're going to give it to her. I watch as someone's silence as Faye unstops the glass bottle, and raises it to her lips. She hesitates for a brief moment before tilting her head back and drinking in a large gulp. For what seems like an eternity, nothing happens. Faye is sitting cross-legged in the middle of the stone circle. Her eyes are closed. Suddenly her eyes snap open, and she lets out a high-pitched wail. No, how could she be this strong? Her hands fly to her head as she screams in pain. She withers around the ground, and I try to comfort her, but she flares out about wildly, clawing at my chest and face. And then she is still. She is here. At that, Faye spins around fearfully as she hears a menacing sound away in the west. To the west, I look in that direction of the noise, and for what I see strikes fear through me. The servant is charging towards us. The stone circle at an astonishing pace, and perched atop its shoulders rides the woman in the jade mask. The servant is mine. The creature leaps over the perimeter of the circle and lands in front of the cowering Faye. As she raises her hands in pitiful defense, the servant strikes with its powerful jaws, killing her instantly. As the servant feasts on its prey, the woman in the jade mask turns her attention to me. You should know better, horticulturist. I am the Dendru. I am the dread. I am the death. And with that, the huge creature's bright red blood drips from its gaping maw, and I am certain my fate is sealed. I close my eyes and wait for the end. But the blow never comes. Instead, the servant and the awoken Dendru, the dread, turns and walks away, led by the woman in the jade mask. What have I done? Dun, dun, dun. I have some time to reflect on the events of the last few weeks. I see Faye's face every night as I lie awake, unable to sleep. I do not know what went wrong. The elixir seemed to work, but I think the woman in the jade mask had too strong a hold on the servant. It should have been me who took the elixir. I'm not saying I would have succeeded where Faye failed, but it should have been me. Either way, the servant remains under the control of the woman in the jade mask, but neither she nor it have been seen since. Undermere remains restless and tense, fearful of the violence it could descend upon at any moment. But for my part, I hope the woman in the jade mask, whoever she is, has reclaimed her humanity and taken the servant far from here. I take it upon. I think often about the way the creature looked at me before it turned away. It was not hunger or hatred. It was cold indifference. Well, I mean, better to be indifferent than angry. Angered the beast. I thought I was doing the right thing. Instead, I stirred the hornet's nest. Dead man's fingers ending. Working alongside Veronica to do it. She's no longer trusts you and is still attempting to perform the ritual without your help. She's in your debt. Your actions help save the sisterhood. Killed by the servant. Killed by the servant. Seeds of redemption have not gone far without your help. Remains master of the servant. Presumed murdered. So that's the other ending you can get from that particular one. I just have to be looking at the list and see what I had ending-wise not gotten. Okay, so that will be added to the end of the other video.
And we can just dance the night away until we can no more shake all the hurt